When I said those words, I quit, it became very apparent to me that professional wrestling is no longer my life. It's been a phenomenal ride with Defiant Wrestling. I can't thank them enough. It has changed my life. It has given me some amazing memories. And one last time, let's all do it together. Joe Hendry!
January 5th. David Starr is going to go one-on-one with the man that gravity forgot. Pac.
Hang on a second.
There was a bit of a disagreement mid-ring.
Havoc and Haskins are getting into it here.
Jimmy Havoc gave Mark Haskins the finger.
There's always been a volatile relationship. You would always expect between two volatile men like Havoc and Haskins, and they're brawling here.
These men are supposed to be a united force.
Well, I think they're going for a beer. This is insane! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Rory Coyle, as unhinged as they come, but thank God he had the common sense to come and save Primate, his friend. Someone had to.
Oh, what is that? What is that? Rory Coyle! Rory Coyle is so Primate! The mouth. Remember the yard. Joe Hendry saving Primate. Thank God for Joe Hendry, but was it too little, too late? As Kid and Coyle appreciate their handiwork. Defiant Wrestling is still reeling from the events at the conclusion of last week's Loaded, where Primate may just have been saved by that man, a man we thought had retired earlier in the night, Joe Hendry. Right now, to open this week's Loaded, let's hear from the prestigious one.
So a few weeks ago, my career was at a little bit of a crossroads. I told you all here that I was considering going down the path of mixed martial arts instead of professional wrestling. Now, the reason that I stand in this ring is because of two words, and that is unfinished business. Now, I was really quite happy to walk away here in Defiant. That is the state of mind that I was in until I saw what happened to Primate. The way that Rory Coyle and Gabriel Kidd attacked him, someone had to run to the ring and make the save, and that person was Joe Hendry! Now the truth is, I talk to you all about your goals and how anything is possible, and trust me, if I wanted to be the greatest champion in MMA history, I would go and do it. But professional wrestling is in my blood. Defiant is in my blood, and in the professional wrestling ring, Joe Hendry has unfinished business. Especially in Defiant Wrestling, because when Joe Hendry started here, there was two criticisms of me. One of them was Joe Hendry is out of shape. So I got myself in shape. The other criticism was that Joe Hendry cannot wrestle at the same caliber as the top tier talent in independent wrestling. So you know what I did? I went to the Commonwealth Games, I won 2 British amateur wrestling titles, and I came back, and now it's time for me to prove that I can go with anyone toe to toe in this world in the Defiant ring. There is a side of Joe Hendry that none of you people have seen. No one saw when Joe Hendry wrestled Timothy Thatcher in Edinburgh. None of you saw when Joe Hendry challenged for the ROH World TV title and blew the roof off the place. You still haven't seen Joe Hendry versus Jonathan Gresham. The point I'm making, people, is I can go toe-to-toe with anyone in this world, and now it's time for me to prove it here in this company. But first, I don't mind starting at the bottom. I don't mind starting and working my way up to the top of this company, but there is something that needs dealt with first. On the topic of unfinished business, I'm not going to stand back and watch someone else who started in day one in this company, Primate, after he fought back when doctors told him he would never compete again. He gave everything that he had. There is no one more passionate about professional wrestling than Primate. The work that he put in to get back to this point, you think I'm going to watch those two come down and destroy all the work that he's put in to give back to each and every single one of you? It's not going to happen. Not on the watch of Joe Hendry! That's why at Unstoppable, it's going to be Rory Coyle and Gabriel Kidd versus the tag team of Primate and Joe Hendry!
That is huge. A huge announcement from Hendry. He is not leaving Defiant, quite the contrary. In fact, on February 9th at Unstoppable, he will team with Primate to teach a lesson to Rory Coyle and Gabriel Kidd.
Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
Enter the Dragon.
This opening contest, it is set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time, Micky the Dragon!
So Micky Man entering here with a big challenge for him to mark the new year against a man who calls himself the Professional.
Doesn't just call himself the Professional, Dave Bradshaw. He is the Professional.
His behavior in recent times here in Defiant has been anything but professional, but he can certainly get it done inside the ring.
His opponent from East Riding of Yorkshire and weighing tonight at 215 pounds, the Professional Nathan Cruz.
Well, Nathan Cruz has a lot of names that he has been called by people, but one of the more justified is sore loser. Nathan Cruz losing, of course, to David Starr, refused to lose, ironically named, and then Cruz attacking Starr later in the night. He had a chance to get his revenge, 3 or 4 weeks ago here on Loaded, in the main event of our return episode, a tag team match, but Starr, along with Rampage, defeated Cruz and John Backbones Klinger.
They did, but look at the air of confidence that the Professional Nathan Cruz carries with him each and every single time he walks to the ring. You really think that the Professional sweats anything, any challenge? I don't think so.
And of course, since that altercation or series of altercations with Starr, we have more recently seen Nathan Cruz assault Omari back in the locker room area. So to say that the Professional is a man with a chip on his shoulder would be something of an understatement.
Listen to what I'm saying, because I'm only going to say it once, maybe. I might say it again, because the truth is worth repeating. Nathan Cruz is the cream of the crop here in Britain, in the British professional wrestling scene. The bell has just rung. You're about to see exactly why that is.
Cruz very quick out of the blocks here, always very aggressive. The professional.
Oof. Micky Man might rue the day he stepped foot in the ring against Nathan Cruz.
Cruz with over 10 years experience at the highest levels of British wrestling.
You said enter the dragon, it might be exit Micky Man's teeth.
Cruz, as we know, has had a pronounced mean streak throughout his career, but that has come boiling up to the surface again in recent weeks, as Omari found. Much to his annoyance, much to his pain, I guess would be the correct term, because Omari was in all kinds of agony after the assault from Cruz.
Listen, Nathan Cruz, he didn't get to where he is by not paying attention to what's going on around him. He could see that Omari, young athletes like Omari, they're gaining some steam, they're making a name for themselves in Defiant Wrestling. He wants to shut them down before they dare cross his path.
That barely contained rage of Cruz, again, just constantly just under the surface, and occasionally kind of erupts.
Ooh. Massive suplex.
With authority from Cruz.
Surprised Cruz, or rather I'm surprised Micky Man was able to kick out of that. Nathan Cruz always a professional. Every single second that passes, in fact, I would dare say he gets even more professional than he was the second before.
That doesn't make any sense. Springboard, the dragon lands on his feet. Micky Man is going to fight his way back into this here, picking up the pace. You saw that Cruz was trying to keep things at a very slow, methodical pace, and Man trying to mix it up a bit, see if he can get a little bit more luck by going up a gear. And Cruz very quickly vetoes that idea.
Another big suplex maybe, use the ropes.
Oh, but hang on a second, we've seen this before from Cruz. Calls it suspended disbelief. That may have suspended the chances of Micky Man here in Defiant.
Here is your winner, the professional Nathan Cruz.
So Cruz makes short work of Micky the Dragon here on this New Year episode of Loaded. The professional heads into 2019 looking to right the wrongs as he sees them from the latter end of 2018. Big win for Nathan Cruz, as all of us here in Defiant are looking forward to David Starr, the man who's had a lot of run-ins with Cruz. Is going to go one-on-one with the man that gravity forgot, Pac. But don't forget, Nathan Cruz will be waiting in the wings and paying attention to whichever one of those two can pick up the win in that huge one-on-one match.
Sharpening the stupid pencil and, you know. Ooh, that's
Hey,
sharp.
General Amin, sorry, I know.
Hey, Chris. Sit down. Grab a lolly, my friend.
Okay, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I mean, as you know, I needed to come in here today and ask you, I need a title shot. I need a title shot against Aussie Open.
Okay, so how many times have you faced Aussie Open?
I mean, there's been,
You know what? I've lost count as well.
there's been a couple of occasions.
Yeah, I've lost count as well. So why would I give you a match against Aussie Open?
Well, because you see, like, this is what I've been trying to tell everybody. Chris Brooks, yes, he has had shots against Aussie Open. Yes, that's fair, that's true. But
Okay.
I was brought into Defiant Wrestling as a part of CCK
All
with
right.
a kid like us.
Okay.
And CCK they've never been granted the fair shot against Aussie Open.
You raise an interesting debate. I'm sure the forums are going to go crazy. You know what? Chris? Unstoppable, the real CCK versus Aussie Open in a title match.
Thank you so
No
much.
worries.
You won't regret it.
I
Thank you.
told you about
So I didn't mean to interrupt, guys. We're just walking past and we heard something about tag opportunities. Sorry, I just got my tag partner here. Some of us keep them. And we were just wondering maybe if there was tag opportunities being handed out. Maybe we could get in. You're looking lovely, by the way. You lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Mind if we sit down?
Yes.
Sweet.
Take a seat. Do you
Awesome.
want a lolly?
Yes.
Do you want a lolly?
There's
one going.
Thank you. Yeah, I won't say that.
I'll take this one.
Okay, so
we heard obviously like Chris is going to get an opportunity, so do you reckon we could get in on that?
what? A title shot?
Yeah, man.
A title shot?
Yeah.
Are you guys serious?
You hand them out.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Let me think about this.
I'd be so offended by it.
Oh, I've got the perfect thing for you guys. I'm gonna call this the General Amin Tag Team Invitational. Starting soon, you guys are gonna go up against a tag team brought in on that night. And if you guys impress me, then guess what? You have a title shot.
It's not a new idea, but it works.
Yeah.
It works for us. So
Hey, hold on. Are you insulting my ideas?
No. And these lollies, man.
yeah,
they're great.
cheers. Thanks for the lollies.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say,
Appreciate
so
it,
yeah, go on,
Yeah, appreciate it.
kick butt.
Thank you very much.
No worries, no worries,
Thanks for the lolly.
no worries. Thank you. You
These are so
you
out of date.
get him. Go get him, guys. Yes. Oh, this pencil. This freaking pencil.
Hardcore title about to be on the line. And if this man gets his way, then that title will be renamed.
Yes, the no fun title.
The following contest set for one fall. It has a 30-minute time limit, and it will decide your Defiant Wrestling Hardcore Championship. Coming to the ring at this time, the challenger, representing and accompanied by the No Fun Police, winning tonight at 214 pounds, H.T. Drake.
Well, of course, technically this is a one-on-one match for the Hardcore title, but by very definition of the Hardcore Championship, there are no rules here, so essentially, all three of these guys could get involved.
Well, that's the beauty of it. But if you were at ringside, would you want to poke the bear and come in and interfere in this man's business?
One of the most terrifying souls you will ever meet, as H.T. Drake is about to find out.
From Camden, London, England, winning tonight at 169 pounds, he is the current reigning and defending Defiant Wrestling Hardcore Champion, the King of the Goths, Jimmy Havoc!
Jimmy Havoc is out here on his own. Interestingly, we've seen him supported recently, of course, by Mark Haskins, his tag partner, and Micky Haskins as well. But Havoc making what I think has got to be a mistake, given the reinforcements that Drake has brought with him.
Well, last week we saw there was a little disagreement between Jimmy Havoc and Mark Haskins. But I fully expected that we would see his partners out here with him. But no, Jimmy Havoc coming to war alone. And that's not the same for H.T. Drake. Hardcore title on the line right here on Loaded.
Drake with a confident smile, given the backup he has, literally right behind him. Like we said though, Drake needs to be careful not to poke the bear as Havoc pokes the eyes of Santos and Dunn.
Jimmy Havoc might not need backup.
Drake is not in his element, Havoc is. The Hardcore title
Hey,
is something that Havoc lives and breathes.
don't you dare discount the achievements and the ring savvy of H.T. Drake. He builds these rings for a living, you know. He damn sure knows what to do inside them.
The match was almost over by the time he's finished defending him.
It's worth defending. Oh, just maybe worth running away once Jimmy Havoc gets his hands on some of these toys.
Dunn! Again, no disqualification, so Dunn can do what he likes here. Dunn is apparently not gonna... What's he doing? What's he got here?
Oh,
It's an evidence bag. I think it's an evidence bag.
isn't it? Yeah, well, won't be the first time Jimmy Havoc's seen one of those, trust me.
What? In any case, Dunn gets taken to the outside. Dunn was trying to prevent the use of that baking tray.
Oh. Santos managing to back away at the last possible second. Otherwise, he would have got 2 boots right in the face.
In the end, Santos took one in the most painful area of the body, the male anatomy.
The bollocks, call it like it is.
That was a bit Glaswegian of you. I thought you were an Orlando resident nowadays.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that... Never mind.
Now what's he got? What has Havoc got now?
Here comes Santos from behind. Fresh off being dinged in the plot.
Oh, Santos is going to try and confiscate. I'm not sure what that is. It's a pot of something.
Well, Santos not faring very well in his efforts to wrest this hardcore title away from Jimmy Havoc with his cohorts and retitle it the No Fun title.
Havoc will look for, I think it might be a pot of crayons. Well, hang on now.
Crayons?
A Lego, is it? In any case,
he's got a chair now.
Yeah, the more traditional weapon in a hardcore match is a steel chair.
Drake saw it coming. Big smash across the back of Jimmy Havoc, the hardcore champ.
And Drake, rather than using that chair, has handed it to Dunn and Santos.
You might live to regret that one, I have to say.
Well, that's not going to fit in there, Dunn, you idiot, is it?
Oh!
Right hand from Havoc. Havoc's as perplexed as I am by this.
What are they doing? They're giving it a good old college try. Oh, it's Drake! Oh. Wouldn't it have been something if Drake fit in the bag?
His chances of winning this hardcore title might be fitting in this bag. They are diminishing by the minute here.
Well, all 3 of the anti-fun police fitting into the plans of Jimmy Havoc as he just simply smashes the hell out of them with that chair. He wants another one. One's not enough.
Havoc choosing, again, not to bring out reinforcements with him here, and clearly it's looking like a pretty solid decision so far, because Havoc is very much in control.
God only knows what goes on in the mind of the demon that is Jimmy Havoc. Hardcore icon here in Defiant Wrestling.
Oh wow, the crowd asked for it. Ask and you shall receive. Jimmy Havoc, the god of hardcore, granting the request, answering the prayers of this crowd. A table brought in.
And this spells disaster for HT Drake. Oh no, oh no.
Havoc with Drake on his shoulders. Dunn telling Havoc to freeze. Santos is in. This is ridiculous. It's 3-on-1 again.
There are no rules. Live with it, deal with it. The anti-fun police can do whatever they damn well please.
It's all part of this cunning plan on the part of the anti-fun police to prevent Jimmy Havoc from having any kind of fun whatsoever. And the plan at the moment...
Now Drake's going to use that chair.
Well, I thought we weren't allowed to use chairs under Dunn's regime.
Yeah, you make an exception every once in a while.
Police are turning a blind eye, are they?
Well, New Year's resolutions are there to be broken by their very nature. Drake now searching underneath the ring. Of course.
Mop.
Of course. Why not, eh? Why not?
It looks a bit like Perry Saturn.
Are you saying that all these years on, that's mopping? Oh, the disrespect.
Disgusting from Drake. Drake mopping the face of Jimmy Havoc. Well, Drake looks like he's having some fun, which I assume would be frowned upon.
Oh, that can't be fun.
I think you called it poking the bear. That is exactly what Drake has done here, apparently.
Poking something.
That's the most damage I've ever seen inflicted on a human being by a mop.
You've never been to Glasgow. Jimmy Havoc has, and he picked up a few tools of destruction on his travels. He's been everywhere, soaks up all the knowledge of how to inflict severe punishment on his opponents.
Havoc interlinking these two chairs. Let's see. I don't think he's going to suplex Drake right onto those chairs on their side.
Well, that would finish it, no doubt about that. Oh, Drake managing to fight back.
Drake absolutely need an appointment with his chiropractor in the new year. And he's still not Havoc will! Havoc will, because Drake caught him and dropped Havoc on the chairs.
Can't pin him when he's up there. Shoulders aren't on the mat. Drake managing to get to the top rope.
Drake. Oh, senton bomb. Twisting senton on Havoc to win the Hardcore title, and Havoc got out.
Of course, if Drake wins the title, the Hardcore title, it won't be called that. It'll be the No Fun Nah title.
It's not called that yet.
There's only a matter of time. It's 3-on-1.
And I said this before, I'm not sure they have the power to rename titles. I'm not sure where they get any of their authority from, to be honest, but...
Well, it's been chaos since General Amin took over, so...
Right, hang on now, that's Mark Haskins' music. And Havoc, in his decision not to have reinforcements, may have been overruled here by his tag team partner, Mark Haskins, or Micky Haskins. Micky Haskins, all alone. Oh no, she's not, because here is Mark Haskins. Oh! Taking the anti-fun police by surprise.
And that's a barbed wire baseball bat, and there's a chair to the skull.
And Vicky's favourite tool of destruction wielded by her husband here. Again, what's good for the anti-fun police is good for these guys as well. No disqualifications, and it was Lego. It was Lego all along, and that looks... Oh my God.
Lego?
Don't drop him on Lego. Second. Oh my God! Oh. High angle German suplex! The bridge, and Havoc somehow survived. The Hardcore title hanging in the balance here on Loaded.
Hanging by a knife's edge. And again, though, it's 3-on-1. This is terrible news for Jimmy Havoc, the Hardcore champ.
Havoc picked up by Santos. Oh my God, on the Lego again. The cover. Surely no. Surely no. A kick out again by Havoc. Yes.
And now, Mark Haskins scrambling back into the ring.
Haskins trying to brawl with all three of the anti-fun police.
The numbers game just too strong.
It has unraveled here with this no disqualification rules. There are 6 people involved in this now.
There goes Haskins again, as the anti-fun police look to isolate Jimmy Havoc and move in for the kill.
Hang on a second, Havoc is getting to his feet in a very dangerous position because he's right by that table. Oh! Havoc takes out Santos, takes out Dunn. He's got Drake on his shoulder. No. Drake to the table. The Death Valley driver from Jimmy Havoc. The cover, and Jimmy Effing Havoc is still the Hardcore champion.
The winner of the match, and still Defiant Wrestling's Hardcore champion, the King of the Gods, Jimmy Havoc.
Havoc retains the Hardcore title, and it is back to the drawing board for the anti-fun police.
Jimmy Havoc raises the spoiled hand off his head. It was 3-on-1 from look, now they're going to enjoy a little well-earned pint. How many of those do you think these guys have had today?
And now it is refreshment time. To see in the new year, Jimmy Havoc, Mark and Micky Haskins. Wait a minute, where's Santos is in?
Santos pushing Micky Haskins into the Hardcore champion. We've seen friction before, Bradshaw.
Still 2 pints there.
It's a disgrace. It's against the law around these parts.
Havoc's getting in the face of Micky Haskins. We've seen Havoc and Mark Haskins go at it before.
Well, Mark Haskins didn't see a damn thing. He was celebrating the victory.
The anti-fun police.
Oh, come on.
They have caused some friction here as Havoc and Haskins go at it again. Micky Haskins is trying to break this up, but her husband is unloading here on his tag team partner.
He still has half a pint. That's the count for something.
They are.
Wait a minute now, Micky Haskins pulling Mark Haskins off of Jimmy Havoc.
Have you ever seen a more explosive relationship in a tag team than Havoc and Haskins?
It's dysfunctional at best.
Havoc got the remainder of the beer. I guess that's a victory, but the main victory is that Jimmy Havoc is still the Hardcore champion.
Well, the pint survived. They bring Mark bucket list. There's another thing we never thought we'd see tonight.
CCK! What's going on, friends, huh? General Amin came and he spoke to Carl Fletcher, and he spoke to Dunkzilla Mark Davis. And he said that on February 9th, you two have requested another tag team championship opportunity. Then we thought long and hard about it. We racked our brains, and we have an answer for you.
And that answer is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You can have another championship match because...
We're generous.
Because you know what? Aussie Open have beaten CCK time and time again for these tag team championships, and we do not have a problem doing it one more time at Unstoppable.
That's right. So February 9th, Aussie Open versus CCK one more time when Defiant Wrestling presents Unstoppable.
That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
He calls himself the Sick Boy. It's one of the more apt nicknames I've ever heard.
The following is a singles bout set for one fall. It has a 20-minute time limit. Heading towards the ring at this time. From Lake Ulit, weighing in tonight at 250 pounds, he is the last true Sick Boy, Rory Coyle.
Now, as furious as I am at Gabriel Kidd and Rory Coyle, and make no mistake, I am, with Gabriel Kidd, I at least understand who he is. Rory Coyle, I simply cannot comprehend what is going through this man's skull.
Well, I have to say, I thought we had this man all figured out. He was unpredictable and that was it. But he went to new depths, turning his back on Primate. No one saw that coming, trust me. Least of all Primate. And now Primate all along. And Rory Coyle, well, is he aligned with Gabriel Kidd? What's going on here? Is he still a lone wolf? We don't know. So many unanswered questions.
Coyle apparently filming a video nasty here tonight. He's brought that camcorder. How old is that camcorder?
Lord only knows. But we might have to find out how old Visage is, because this could be the end of them.
His opponent, this is Visage!
So Visage with a singles debut here. We saw her, I guess you would say, in six-person tag team action a couple of weeks ago. Unsuccessful outing on that occasion, but it's going to be a dangerous proposition here for Visage against Rory Coyle. And Coyle, they're not giving Visage any time whatsoever to...
And you can see the spoils of that, the remnants, if you like, of that hardcore title match between Jimmy Havoc and HD Drake. This will be right up Rory Coyle's alley. He won't mind the filth.
Coyle removing the wig of Visage. Coyle apparently is going to have his way here as he takes advantage and presses home this aggression, at least he was trying to, against Visage, but Visage has fought back.
Not for long.
Yeah. Coyle has hooked both the arms. Coyle is biting! Coyle is biting Visage!
Well, is that a message to Primate? If you recall, in the main event last week, Primate actually bit Gabriel Kidd.
Don't forget, Primate was the man who brought in Rory Coyle into Defiant, while Primate was the general manager to try and deal with the threat posed by Gabriel Kidd. That unfortunately has backfired as Rory Coyle has done some real damage to his We now understand, thanks to that announcement from Joe Hendry earlier on, that Primate, assuming he's cleared to wrestle,
we don't know,
will compete with Joe Hendry against Coyle and Kidd at Unstoppable on February 9th.
Well, if he was fired up before Primate, you have to wonder what's going through his head right now. Rory Coyle, of all people, the man Primate brought into Defiant Wrestling. He turned his back on Primate.
Still can't, again, understand so much about Coyle, but one of the things that's been bugging me all week is when he assaulted Primate, he put that videotape in the mouth of our former general manager, and it said the yard on it.
Yeah, remember
the yard.
Remember the yard, yeah. We haven't forgotten. It was spine-chilling stuff.
I have no idea what that means, though.
As is this one-sided beatdown. And what's in the bag?
Another videotape. Coyle is trying to take something out of the bag. Referee is.
He's got one in his hands.
Sack away from him. He's got the videotape. Referee, I don't think he saw that Coyle has that videotape. Explodes on the head of Visage. The cover by Coyle. Coyle will win it. Deeply.
Here is your winner, the last true sick boy, Rory Coyle.
A deeply disturbed individual, Rory Coyle, making short work of Visage. But as you said, James, we have so many unanswered questions about Rory Coyle.
And look,
Coyle wants a microphone.
Rory Coyle has something to say.
I don't know if we can.
Well, someone better get him on. He's likely to tear the place down.
I think Coyle's still wanting to say something, and maybe we're going to get his attempt at, well, yeah, explaining why he did what he did last week. But
here comes a microphone, I believe. One last final parting shot from Rory Coyle.
Let's hope it's the last one.
Well, you're right, it might not be.
It seems like Defiant have all of a sudden fallen out of love with Rory Coyle. Because I took your precious little primate and I put him back on the shelf. And you're like, everyone's like, oh, why, Rory? Why? The two of you were best mates. He saved you. You saved him. Why did you do it, Rory? I don't know any of you little internet trolls. An apology. I don't owe you an explanation. And because you're so good at trolling the internet, you should know he was the reason I came here. It's been in every video. I've told you the whole way through. But all you little internet bugs need to do, oh, what's wrong? You're all suddenly silent because you're listening to the best talker in British wrestling. So, how about you little internet trolls go back to your keyboards and you just find the answer about why, Rory, why did you do it, Rory? Just watch all those tapes.
I have no idea what that meant.
And all those tapes, Bradshaw, a few of them, they all say the yard.
Well, still absolutely none the wiser as to what that might mean. Coyle is, oh my God, Rory Coyle is antagonizing members of the crowd here, and Coyle gets out of it. Well, coming up next, internet title on the line. Walter defends against Kirby. If Martin Kirby doesn't show up, he's fired. Internet title on the line, and our main event unloaded, and it's next.
Well, when I was growing up, my favourite wrestler was Shawn Michaels. Always loved him. I think it was his charisma and his character and the storylines he was involved in always got me hooked. Recently, this year, I'd have to say Styx. I know he's taken a year out. I think it's a year out. But to see how much effort and potentially sees in me and his other trainees, it's so influential for me to see that he's doing what he loves, wrestling, as well as training and pushing people to do what he loves. That's amazing what he does, and I can't thank him enough. I'm so grateful for everything he's done. I think I'm just happy, like, wrestling. I mean, I'd love to wrestle the big names, like the people who you see, who everyone's talking about, and who I watch and think, Jesus, they're amazing. Like Bea Priestley, oh my God, like I'd love to have a shot with her because she's incredible. And to say that she's touring Japan and the world everywhere, like I think that's a goal. Especially Japan. I think I'd learn so much over there, learn so much and grow as a person and as a wrestler. I think that's a massive goal of mine, actually. Yeah. Family, definitely family. Yeah, wrestling. I love wrestling. Like I've got a special passion for wrestling, not just because I love it and I've watched it, but 3 years ago my dad passed away. And he's never seen me wrestling. He didn't even know because I hadn't started training when he'd gone. So wrestling, I'm not just fighting for my own passion, I'm actually fighting for my dad's as well. So every time I step in the ring, on my first ever match, I've got my dad's ashes on my necklace here, and I wore that to the ring. It's just a fear now that I'll lose it or someone won't give it me back. So, but I always wear my dad's ashes, and I always pray to him because it really breaks my heart that I've never seen him. He's never seen me wrestle at all, or never even knew that I've started it. And just, my mum always says, "Oh, he'd be so proud," but it's so hard because that's just not enough sometimes. You know what I mean? It's not enough, but definitely family time is everything to me.
He remains undefeated here in Defiant, our reigning and defending Internet Champion.
The following contest, it is your main event of loaded singles bout set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit to decide the Defiant Wrestling Internet Championship. Introducing first at this time, he is the champion from Vienna, Austria, weighing tonight at 310 pounds, the current reigning and defending Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion. This is Walter!
Martin Kirby was firing his mouth off a couple of weeks ago about several stars here in Defiant, but he made the mistake of including Walter in that list, and now Kirby may be about to pay a heavy, heavy price.
Kirby's had 3 weeks to think about what went down on Loaded on our return, and now what a main event this is for the Internet title. Wow.
His opponent from Perth, North Yorkshire, England.
What is he wearing?
Weighing tonight at 180 pounds, Project Eagle, Martin Kirby.
The idiot, he's wrapped himself in bubble wrap. What is he doing?
Well, it's important to be safe these days. You have to take all the precautions you can. Maybe Kirby witnessed what happened out here with the beer, the blood, the Lego, the whole lot earlier on tonight, and he just wants to make sure there's no contamination.
I guess the logic is to save himself from those chops of Walter, but
well, that too.
I mean, if you're Kirby, Internet title is on the line here, but priority number one is to get out alive, and I guess if you're wrapped in bubble wrap, I mean, I'm trying to get inside the man's brain, but it's not a place I want to be.
Rather you than I. Martin Kirby says he doesn't owe anyone an explanation for his actions in recent times here in Defiant Wrestling. And hey, maybe he's right, because at the end of the day, he's found himself within a hair's breadth of winning the Defiant Internet title, or maybe not if Walter has his way.
Well, Kirby replacing that bubble wrap hat on his head after Walter trying to rip it off. This is one of the more bizarre sights we've ever seen here. Kirby, again, putting that hat back on.
I don't think Walter, the internet champion, knows what to make of this, quite frankly. As shocked as anyone else.
This is Kirby's idea of a joke, but Walter certainly isn't seeing the funny side. Walter with slap across the chest, but no one there. Walter hit the turnbuckle.
That may have popped not only those bubbles on that bubble wrap outfit, but also the blood vessels in Martin Kirby's chest.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much protection he thinks a couple of layers of bubble wrap is going to give against the shots of Walter, but he might be in for an unpleasant surprise.
I think Walter feels slighted here as well. He's a competitor, Bradshaw. The last thing he wanted was his opponent to turn up wearing bubble wrap.
Shoulder block attempt by Kirby, and second one, Walter went down with a rake to the eyes. That's how you take someone down with a shoulder block.
This could be one-sided from now on. Martin Kirby wisely, though, spilling outside the ring. Not enough to get away from the champ.
Ripping and tearing at that bubble wrap.
Now back inside the ring they go.
It's chopped. The bubble wrap, what was left of it, did nothing.
Well, one of those chops equal to 100 from any other pro wrestler on the planet.
Again, objective number one, survive the match. Even that's not going to plan for Kirby.
I said it all along when you're in there with Walter. Objective numero uno is run away.
Kirby thrown around the ring like a rag doll by Walter.
The ring general, the internet champion, looking good here in Newcastle.
No one has ever pinned or submitted Walter here in Defiant.
Listen to this barbaric beatdown.
Again and again and again. Clubbing blows. A huge arm into the chest of Kirby.
Yeah, there might not be a chest, any pectoral muscles there. It might just be dust after that.
Kirby, what a stupid plan. I mean, even by Kirby standards, it's reducing his mobility. Walter can easily rip it off to hit the chop. So what is he thinking?
Well, it's a stupid plan, but you had to have a plan, at least. You have to come armed in these situations. You can't just go in there.
He's wearing bubble wrap. He's wrapped in bubble wrap. How's he armed?
Well, you know, it's a form of... I can't defend it, I'm sorry.
Bad as he is.
I tried.
Walter is back in here. Kirby going to plan B after the bubble wrap failed. Plan B seems to be run and hide.
And Walter sticking to plan A, which is beat the hell out of the challenger.
Wait a second. Wait. Kirby's got the... temporarily had hold of the
catches the arm
belt. Kirby's got the arm of Walter. Referee is trying to force the break, and there's a low blow. Kirby knew exactly what he was doing.
There's the plan.
Kirby in a tug of war with the referee over the internet title belt now. The referee went flying.
I think this is, to your point, Bradshaw, I think this is the plan that Kirby had. It's a mastermind.
Walter. There's no referee. There's no referee here. Walter goes for the cover. This one should be over. Should be over 3 times over.
Yeah, Walter should be home and hosed, but he's not because that referee took a tumble to the outside of the ring.
They're looking a bit frustrated. They just heard a bubble pop.
Come on, Walter!
Walter,
Kirby's got a chair. Kirby with a chair.
Look at the size of that chair in Walter's hands.
Yeah, Walter just ripping that chair out of the hands of Kirby. This is not a no disqualification match. Referee is trying to remove that chair from Walter. Better him than me.
Oh! And the belt! Oh my God, the belt!
Second low blow.
The belt into the skull. No! Kirby's the internet champion! Kirby's the champion! The winner of the match and new Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion, Project Eagle, Martin Kirby! How did that happen? Martin Kirby, while the referee was distracted with the low blow and then the belt shot, and Martin Kirby has handed Walter his first defeat. Kirby, the internet champion,
and he was wrapped in bubble wrap. You took the piss out of his plan, and now
Kirby holds the Defiant Internet Championship. Martin Kirby walks out of Loaded, wrapped in bubble wrap for pity's sake, but somehow defeated Walter to become the Internet Champion.